Well, a very warm welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to be checking out the Fairmont in Makati, which is in the wider Manila district. First things first, let's talk location. As mentioned, the hotel falls within the Makati district. This is a very upmarket, trendy district of Manila, conveniently very nice and close to the airport, typically only around 20 or so minutes from the airport. Nice and close just there, so if you are doing a layover or a brief stop in Manila, this would be my recommendation in terms of a place to check out. Arriving into the hotel, it really was a peaceful tranquility of calm right in the middle of the city. The staff were absolutely fantastic indeed throughout the entire stay. Check-in process nice and efficient. The lobby is actually really quite large. The properties back into each other, both the Fairmont and also Raffles, so they have some shared facilities, which is pretty nice. Just down in the lobby as well was this little macaron cafe, and I have to say, had some absolutely wonderful little things on display. Of course, the room is what you'll all be most keen to check out, so we'll head straight up just now and check that one out. I went for a standard room, but the hotel didn't upgrade in any way, shape or form. I was up on the 5th floor. There were some rather interesting little features walking the hotel corridors. In terms of the rooms themselves, wonderfully spacious. Let's start by checking out the bathroom. Being a 5-star property, and particularly a big name one like the Fairmont, yep, expectations just here are pretty high, and it's certainly delivered. Full of marble, nice separate bath to the shower area. Didn't get a chance to check out the bath on this particular stay. It did look pretty good though, I have to say. The shower, however, was absolutely fantastic. You'll find the amenities in the room just next to the sink, as is so often the case in so many hotels in this day and age. The toilet area and then the shower were then a separate doored area off. Let's check out the shower just first. Huge walk-in shower area, particularly like how they put this one together. As mentioned throughout the entire stay, that was nice and enjoyable. Then just through into the toilet itself, particularly like how they did some of the lighting and some of the additional effects just here. Yeah, it all looked really very smart indeed. A very good first impression. There was nothing too unusual about this hotel room's layout, so as you exited the bathroom, as you'd expect, all of the storage was just there in front of you. There was a nice big area to pop up the luggage and other bags. Just here were then all of the various different wardrobes. It was palatial in terms of the room, really good amount of storage, so certainly delivering against expectations just here. Taking a turn then into the main room, it was then time to check this out for the very first time. In terms of first impressions, yeah, huge amount of space available. The room was a little bit older design, and we'll get into that a little bit later. I did like, however, how some of the woods played. It was really quite a nice look and feel to the place. Everything was nicely high quality, good smattering of different seating areas around, and I particularly liked the work desk. They'd gone with digital menus in the room for the room service. I did order this on one particular occasion. It came up nice and quickly. You've got a good range of different meal options, and then also alcoholic beverages directly available to the room. In terms of some of the room's controls, you've got access to the air conditioning and lighting settings just next to the bed. I thought that was a nice touch. Don't be alarmed, however, about the lack of charging just over next to the bed. I know this can be a real issue in some hotel rooms that are a little bit older hat, but we'll see later as to why that isn't at all an issue. Just over to the side of the room then was then the mini bar, where you then had the mini fridge and then a range of tea and coffee making facilities. So that's me nicely settled into the room. It's now time to head on down to the pool area. That's on level 4, so it's a slightly raised terrace, so looking forward to checking this one out. I have to say, throughout the stay, the hotel facilities were wonderful. I didn't get a chance, unfortunately, to check out the spa, but as you'd expect just here, they did have a really good range of different treatment options. Feel free to pause just here to check out the menus in a little bit more detail. I did, however, take the opportunity to check out the gym on a couple of occasions, had some fantastic views, certainly made the most of being on that higher floor, and had a really decent range of high quality equipment. As for the pool area, this was a little bit smaller perhaps than I was expecting, certainly in terms of seating. Staff, however, did a wonderful job throughout, keeping you very well catered for just at the various different sun lounges. It was very quiet throughout the stay, and I have to say it was a really nice area. One little surprise at the end of day one was the Turndown service. This was a really nice touch. One particularly useful thing, however, it did uncover was the charging facilities just next to the bed. It looked initially as though the room was a little bit old hat. I'd be charging my phone off on the other side of the room. To see the international plug socket adapter, USB, USB-C as well, was a really nice touch and quite an innovative solution. And you guessed it, next up is the all-important breakfast. I have to say, from all of the hotel buffets, breakfast I've ever done, this was by far and above the most impressive. It was an absolutely incredible spread. We'll get into it in just a moment. The service throughout was absolutely phenomenal. One of the staff members took great pleasure in showing me all of the various different stations. There was an awful lot of Eastern, Western options, and an awful lot of food that frankly you wouldn't even expect being on a breakfast buffet, such as the sushi bar. Overall, my thoughts on the Fairmont Makati would certainly be a hotel that I would return to, particularly for the money paid. I thought the service, the facilities were absolutely fantastic, and I love the location of this hotel. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, found it useful, do drop it a like. It does really help the channel. If you're interested to check out flights to the Philippines, you can check out a plethora of my flight reviews on the channel. Otherwise, looking forward to welcoming you to another video real soon.